Hi. Let's see if this is working. Okay. I think this is working now. Yeah. Hi, Ahatfel. Hi, Ian. I had some difficulties. It seems like when I make the events, the stream somehow doesn't start. At least I get the message that the quality of the stream is too bad and that it doesn't work. But I'm glad that this one is working out. So, as you might know, I have run some Lightfastness tests during the last months, and I basically tested everything that I had up until then, but I got some new things in between, and these things are being tested right now. Sorry. So on this pile you see the swatches. Thanks, Ian. On this side you see the swatches that were hidden in a drawer and that have seen no light up until now. These ones are the ones that were hanging in my window for the last 3 months. So here are the swatches of the inks I have, different inks that I have. And these one are fountain pen inks, and I tested them just to check if I can rely on those fountain pen inks. And as you can see, the color of the inks has changed quite a lot. This once was the Parker Quink, and it's supposed to be light fast, but as you can see, it stayed where it is, but it got lighter. This one is actually a brown, whereas this is a black, and it is supposed to stay black. Here you can see the watermelon brown ink, and in the camera you can see the difference quite well. The Pelican Aquamarine ink almost disappeared. There's only like a gray spot left on there. This is the China ink that I used. It's not suitable for fountain pens, but it stayed perfectly black. Like, I can see a difference in between these two. Here is the Winsor Newton Gold ink, and it's also very nice and shiny still. Here I tested the J. Herbin inks that I have, and they have a scent to them. Here is the orange one, and the orange one is lighter than in the original. The color apple isn't green anymore, but changed to a yellow. Rose is a little bit lighter, and I believe it's because of the blue pigment, because as you can see here, the violet and the lavender are almost gone, and they both had the blue pigment in them. I see that the stream is buffering. Is this a problem for everyone? Okay, thanks Ian for because it shows me that it's kind of buffering, but I will ignore that. Yeah, the violet is completely gone, as you can see. There's not even a hint that there could have been ink on this spot here. It's crazy. Where the lavender was is just like a grayish spot. Here we have the Winsor & Newton inks that I used for drawing with a dip pen. The Sunshine Yellow is lighter now. The Vermilion is almost gone. There is like a orangey spot on there. The Deep Red is much lighter and actually looks a little bit like Potter's Pink. And it has like a pearlescent finish now, whereas this one doesn't have that. The purple lost its reddish pigment and is now visibly lighter. The ultramarine as well and is now a purple. The brilliant green is now a yellow color. And hi Eve, nice to see you. I'm just showing the results of my Lightfastness test. Here are the inks and we're on the first page now. These are the Winsor & Newton inks that I'm showing right now. The brilliant green isn't green anymore, but has a yellow color. The peat brown is lighter now, but the Indian black or black Indian ink stayed very nice and black. Yeah, this is some China ink I have from Russia, and it was light before, but it held this gray color well. Yeah, Eve, look at that, at this violet. It's completely gone. Like there's not even a hint of any color left. Isn't this crazy? I can scan this sheets in and put it on my blog if you want to see it, like in detail later. I have quite some pages of tests left. These are the Koh-i-Noor Mondelez watercolor pencils that I've tested, because I thought, well, I'll test just anything that I have. The white hasn't really changed here. As you can see, the yellows are lighter, and I don't think they have like yeah, they did. These two have faded within a week. Like this, they don't have names but numbers. The number 9 and number 12. It's this orange color and this purple or violet, and they faded like within a week. Really, really fast. The others are, as you can see, lighter. Here it's like, and they have been up for 2 months only, whereas these inks have been up on my window for 3 months. This number 54 is like an ultramarine blue, and as you can see, after the time on the window, it's very, very light and almost greenish, like a teal color almost. But this one, the 57, is just as light as it has been here. That hasn't changed a lot. And I think this is the only one of those colors. But it's a set of 72 colors, and this is the second page of those pencils. And they are artist quality. So the number 17 has gone. There's a hint of a blue left on the paper, but it's basically gone. Number 55 turned into gray. '69 was a light gray already, but it's lighter than in the original. Here, in the number 30, the red pigment is gone. Funny that this brown number 66 just turned into a sappy green around here. This is crazy how much colors change because of sunlight. These are the Ecoline liquid colors, and they have been up for 3 months also. I had a video after 1 month up, like just to show how they changed during that time. And after a month they were quite okay still, but now there is quite a difference that you can see there. Like, these ones are just lighter colors, but these three, like, they changed a lot. You don't have the vibrancy in this purple color. The blue is almost gone. It's like, I don't know what this is. This green turned into light yellow. In the second row, you have this beautiful green color. Oh, the camera shows it as a blue, but it's actually a beautiful green color here. And here it's a splotchy brownish green somehow. The brown is lighter, and the black also, it's a little bit lighter, but it's still a black color. I'm putting them on different piles, so I still have an overview where I have put them. Here I have the White Nights, and they have been up for 2 months because I only got them in May. And so far, I think they are okay. I think the ochre looks a little bit darker here, but it could be the wash, because this is the sheet that was on my window. I think the violet is considered as not light fast, this color here, but it stayed quite well. It hasn't changed a lot. It's maybe a little bit lighter, as well as the Light Meadow Lake and Quin Lilac, these three. The Raw Sienna is a little bit lighter here. But all in all, I think they're pretty great. The White Nights have survived this test. No, here, the golden. Almost missed it. The golden turned from an orangey color into a light yellow. Right, Ian? I didn't expect that. The golden is the only color that didn't make it. But I think that this violet and the carmine are considered not light fast. Hi, Archie. Not light fast in the White Night paints, and the carmine is a little bit lighter, right? And the turquoise maybe also. But all in all, they did pretty well. I didn't expect that, really. Archie, I'm showing the results of my Lightfastness test that I made with all my art supplies, and now we're discussing them. These are the Kuretake Gansai Tambi, and they have also been on my window for 3 months now, and I think they did well too. But, and this is the crazy thing, this number 10 is like a pearlescent color that they have, and it actually is a, here you can see, a white, like with a little bit of shimmer, but it turned gray on the window. So if you mix it in your paintings that you want to have a little bit of shimmer, the white or the white pearlescent will turn into gray probably. But the other colors are pretty nice. I don't see any issues with them, really. Surprising. Oh, I'm glad that you're interested in them. I was too. I will scan all these sheets and put them on my blog. The link is not in the description box now, but it's in the description boxes of any other video that I have. This is the White Knight's 12 pen and the 12 tube set. And I thought it would be nice to compare those two, like if there are difference between the pen and the tube sets. And here are the three DS colors that I have or had until then. I got some other ones, but they haven't been tested until now. I will run the tests and there will be another update on these tests soon. So I think the White Knights actually do pretty well. Here we have also a carmine, but it's not that bad. There's really not a lot of difference here, as you can see. In the 12 tube sets, no, I can't see any differences. Oh, this makes me so happy. Hi, Katrina. Nice to see you. I'm so surprised by these tests. And I'm quite happy that the White Knights did so well. Because I've heard that they aren't that light fast. Maybe they have changed something up. And they do pretty well now. Here on the right side is the pile that have been tested. You can see it on the little sun that I marked the pages with, so I don't get confused. Hi Paolo, nice to see you. I'm great you all made it to the stream. This makes me really happy. Here are the Kuretake Gansai Tambi, the Starry colors and the pearl colors. I have both sets because they're nice and shiny. And I was just curious if they would react with sun as well. And here you can see the Starry colors in comparison. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but I think this one here at this corner especially, the yellow goldish pigment turned into a grayish one. And this pearlescent color, or silver as they call it, is a little bit darker, like more gray. But so is this pearlescent color. Oh, it's the same here. Yeah, it might be just the issue with this pearlescent color in Kuretake. They also have just numbers and not names as I think. But all in all, I think they're okay. Because I love to use them sometimes for a background or of paintings, and now I can use them even more. With the pearl colors, they didn't do as well. As you can see, this pinkish color is considerably lighter, as well as this peachy color. It's much lighter after being in the sun, as well as this yellow and the green. The blue is okay, I think. That kind of makes me a little bit sad, because I hope that these one would stay just as bright and nice and shiny as the golden ones. Now we have the Prima Marketing Decadent Pies and the Tropicals. And I know that Eve has some sets of the Prima Marketing paints that she uses or reviewed a while ago. I don't know if you have these sets, but they didn't do well. They have some crazy reactions here. The white turned gray, but it obviously happens sometimes with these paints. No, it's not white, it's a pearl color. The Decadent Pies have such a crazy color selections there. It has like a pearl, a silver and a gold, and a copper, but they're not so shiny, and they even are less shiny after hanging in the sun. So I don't know why they put them in there. But the copper lost. That's right, Artie. That's why I wanted to test them out, just to see if it's possible to use them for pieces that you would just hang up on your wall. I'm kind of disappointed a little bit, because the copper is darker and brownish, as you can see. Isn't this a crazy change to have? Also, like, this gold is more grayish. It's dulled down. These ochre stayed the same, but this one, the number 30, I don't know, they didn't have names for these colors back then when I got my palette. They have, I think, color names now. Katrina, I made the swatches. I made them like on 2 pieces of paper that are the same, and I've put these pieces of paper in a drawer for 3 months and put this one, these pieces of paper on a window. We live in a maisonette apartment, and the walls are at an angle, and we have windows there, so there's a lot of sunlight for these pieces. They hung there for 3 months, and it was pretty hot and sunny this summer, so they had a lot of sunlight. This is basically how I did this test. So, back to number 30 that turned reddish and is darker somehow. It's so crazy. I think, like, with the other paints or pencils, you see that when they just like bleached out and are lighter now, but this one just changed the color and got darker. I'm not sure if I'm lucky to get sun, Paolo. I want to have rain. I loved your video, like your short video on Instagram today, and I thought, oh my god, we need rain now. Oh, thanks, Archie. I didn't know that you can get pigment numbers for the Prima Marketing colors. I'll look it up. I'll put it on my blog too. Number 31 has almost vanished. It's like a flesh tone or skin tone. This one is pretty nice. It stayed the same as well as this one. This sappy green or olive green, I like this color a lot, but it turned into like something like an undersea green or something, or a perylene green. It's really dark and almost black. Hi, Mickey. Nice to see you. We're discussing these tests now. Number 35. It's like an indigo, but it's definitely not light fast. And here it just got darker, but on the lighter side, it's not as blue anymore and has almost like a greenish undertone now. Paolo, right? I don't know how this can happen. Like, these colors just turned into different colors. Hi, Dan. Yeah, I had problems with the other stream, Dan. It just didn't want to work somehow, and I don't know why. So, obviously I can't get, like, the events to work. I'm sorry. I feel bad now. Aww. Here is the tropical set. And I think the tropical set did a little bit better. These these colors are a little bit lighter, but this dark green here has a bluish tone now. It's not as blue as the camera shows it, I think, but it's definitely like a peacock blue or so, or the peacock green that Mickey had shown in her video today. This is this is the color now. I can't explain why the paints are changing so much here. This brown also is a little bit more reddish now than it was in the original swatch. I'm still like speechless about this green. It turns just so dark and so crazy. Yeah. This might be it, Paolo. Do you think that just the yellow pigment vanished from the swatch? But it also turned so much darker. I think there's some kind of chemical reaction that happened there. Especially with this one. Right, Mickey? These swatches confuse me so much. Yeah. And these are the last ones that I have. This is the Schminke Sub, the palette that I've had up until the end of April. And I've got some new Schminke paints since then, and also some more of the DS paints and the gouache. And I will test them too, but it takes a little bit until the test is finished. But I think the Schminke Sub did quite well. But this transparent yellow, I think it has a... Just let me check it. Because I've spoken about the transparent yellow with someone just a few days ago. And it has a 4-star rating. And it disappeared, like here. This is something I didn't expect. The Indian yellow has also a 4-star rating. But isn't it like... Archie, yes, some of the colors look darker. Really. Like, look at this, these two. And I've realized this darkening of colors in the pearlescent white of the Kuretake colors. They are grayish now. This is not the color being lighter, but it's just a bloom from the water. But here, these two are definitely lighter now. I'm a little bit disappointed because I like this transparent yellow so much. Yeah, I can tell you the pigments for the Haradan colors because I've just taken my swatch sheet from the palette. The lemon yellow here is the PY3. It's just for you, Paolo and Eve. My favorite pigment nerds. And Dan, of course, too. The transparent yellow is the PY150. Yeah, Archie, I would love to see the results from the Jane Davenport palette. I really would love to see that. This one is the Indian yellow. And it's a mix of PY 180 and PY 154. Yeah. This is the Schminke Quinacridone Gold. And it's a mix of pigments, the PY 150 and the PR 101. Hi, drawing way. Sorry. I have sometimes problems with the pronunciation of names. I'm just showing the results of my Lightfastness test that I've made. Here, this is the Saturn Red, and it's a pretty orange color. I love it for mixing, and it's the PO64. This is the Quinacridone Red, and it's the pigment PR207. It didn't change. I sadly have a bloom like on this swatch here. Oh, which sets did you get, Artie? This one is the Geranium Red, and I love this color so much. It's transparent, it's so nice, and it's the PR242. I have to check my cheat sheet here. This is the Perlin Dark Red, and it didn't change, and it's the PR178. This is the Ruby Red, or in DS it's the Quinacridone Pink. It's the PV19, and it's such a beautiful color. It didn't change, and you can see it gets pretty dark with Schminke. This is the Cobalt Violet Hue, and it doesn't have a pigment number, actually. But it has a 4-star rating, and it didn't change. I'm still a little bit disappointed about the transparent yellow and the Indian yellow, because they also have a 4-star rating in Lightfastness. This is the brights, the neutrals, and glitzy are in male. Oh, you'll have quite a collection of the Jane Davenport's paints. I would love to see a video on that. And if you make the tests, I would love to see the results and compare them to the Prima marketing sets, because I think they are quite similar in texture. I don't have the Jane Davenport sets, but I have seen the reviews, and the Prima marketing ones, sorry, have also this like rough texture here. I say Schminke. Yeah, I think it's the German pronunciation, Paolo. I'm sorry. Schminke. Yeah, it's German. This is how German Schminke sounds. I'm sorry if it sounds funny to you. Yeah. So I'm curious about the Jane Davenport's Lightfastness tests. Yeah, I don't know how they make the paints, Artie. I was just a little bit like curious about this rough texture that they have, but they rewet very nice, and these are like the metallic colors that they have. These ones, and they're not that shiny in the Prima marketing sets, and I'm a little bit disappointed by them, to be honest. But I like this palette because I like the combination of colors. I just miss like a dark red in this one. Jane Davenport has pigment infos on her website. That's great to know. Then we can really compare them. Oh, yeah, thanks for being here, Eve. I will post the scans of these tests on my blog, and there you can check them out if you want to. Have a great evening. Bye. Yeah, back to the Schminke. But I think I was with at the cobalt violet hue. This is the Helio Turquoise, and it's such a beautiful peacock blue green color. You have to go too? Oh, thanks for being here, Mickey. It was so nice. I've just watched your video before I started to scream, to be honest. The Helio Turquoise is the PB16. Then I have the Phthalo Blue, and this is the PB15 column, like the double point 1. And I think Otto said that it's the green shade, Phthalo Blue green shade, but I'm not sure. It's really beautiful. Then there's the Mountain Blue, and the Mountain Blue is a mix of 3 different pigments. It's the PW9, not V, sorry, PB29 and the PG7. Here we have the Ultramarine Finest, and I love it because it's an ultramarine blue that doesn't granulate. I have a granulating one in another set, and this one is the PB29. Paul, it's a red shade. This may be, because I'm not sure. Schminke doesn't say whether it's a red shade or blue shade, or it just adds the pigment number. Artie, that was a great deal that you have there. It's crazy, but how can she afford to sell them so super cheap? It's crazy. I'm happy for you that you got them. Australia. Oh. I would love to go there, to be honest. This is the dark blue, and this is the Indian Throne blue in the S. This is the PB60. Yeah, I would do the same. If I found a deal that great, I think I would do the same and just got all the palettes. I mean, I wouldn't even think twice about that. This is the Indigo, and it's a mix of PB15 column 1 and the PB66. This is Green Earth, and Green Earth is a mix here. It doesn't get darker than this, and it's a mix of PBR7 and PG7. But I like it for mixing skin tones and stuff. It's quite nice. This is the Schminke Sub Green, and it didn't change. It's just such a strange color. It's very bright and not sappy at all. It's a mix of PY 153 and PG7. Then we have the Schminke Hookers Green, and it's also a mix of 3 different pigments, and I don't like it because it's too bluish for me, I think. And it's a mix of PB15:3, PG7 and PY42. Yeah, Prima has a lot of sets. I don't have the newer ones they have brought out, but the color selections are nice in them. I think that was the time when I bought Schminke instead, because I thought, no, I'm making my own palette. It's too much. This is the yellow ochre. And I'm not sure if it got darker or it's just my swatch that was darker here. But it has a 5-star rating, so I guess it's just my swatch. It's PY42. This is the burnt sienna, and the burnt sienna is a mix of PR 101 and PBK9. Really? But that's kind of weird, because if you have all the palettes, so you got some colors double. I don't like this idea. And this is the raw umber, and it's a little bit lighter too. It's a mix of PBR7 and the PY42. Here we have the burnt umber, which is the PBR7, and the neutral gray, which is a mix of, and this is so crazy that there are so many pigments in this neutral gray mix. It's a PR255, PB60 and PO62. But this is so weird. I don't understand this Prima marketing decision to put colors from older sets and the newer sets. Because why not exchange them for similar colors that are like a little bit different in hue? This would be great. And people can buy all the sets without having them double. But I'm quite I like the results of the Schminke tests, to be honest. They didn't change a lot, with the exception of the transparent and the Indian yellow. So, well. The Prussian Blue. No, I got the Prussian Blue. This is my current Schminke palette here. I got the Prussian Blue after I started this tests, and it will be in my second batch of testing the colors. Yes, I know, Ian, but I didn't think they would use it to mix the neutral gray, because they're like blackish or grayish pigments already. Yeah, Paolo, I will test all the paints and colors that I got later, just to check them for Lightfastness too. But so far, I know what I'm up to. Yeah. So after the stream, I will scan them all in and put them on my blog. So if you are curious, you can take a look there in a day or two, because I think it will take some time to write this huge blog post. And then you can see for yourself all the changes in the paints that I've tested. I'm still very surprised by the White Knight set, because I didn't expect them to be that light fast and have such a great outcome. I'm honestly just surprised. These are the Kuretake Gansai Tambi, and they did well as well. Yeah, as you can see. This is the 36 White Knight set. I like this English red. I too have pigment numbers for them somewhere, so I can put them up as well. The Ecoline Liquid is a disappointment. And the watercolor pencils from Koh-i-Noor as well. Some of the colors were just gone after a week, like these two. But that's so crazy, Archie, because if they want to keep their customers and they want their customers to be like loyal to their brand, they can do that. Because customers will realize that the colors are named differently, that you get doubles of them when buying the sets. Yeah, Paolo, I think you've missed the pencils, but the pencils, this is like some colors were just gone, and these two literally just took a week before they were gone. Yeah, I'm impressed with the pencils, but not in a positive way, to be honest. But I wanted to check them out because many use like watercolor paints and then watercolor pencils in their illustrations, and I wanted to see if this would make sense, because if I did that and I used like this color for something in this illustration, it would be gone. Yeah, Ian, I'm very happy. I will use them more often and not only in my sketchbook now. I too have the Prismacolor pencils, the premiere set, and I want to swatch them out too, but it's a big set as well, and I just didn't have the time to swatch it. So it will be my second batch of Lightfastness tests. There's a lot to come. Ian, there are Lightfast pencils? Oh, I will look into that. Because, yeah, I used these ones for illustrations, but now I'm kind of afraid to put them on the wall, to be honest. Yeah, Archie, when they used the same pigments, it wouldn't be like a surprise when they also had similar colors in their palettes, to be honest. What just, for me, shows that they are very similar is that they have such a strange texture, and they both have that, and the palettes look very similar to each other, and it's kind of yeah, Paul, this would be the solution to scan the illustrations and the illustrations make print. And Paolo, you wasn't there. This is what I have shown in the beginning. These were my inks that I've tested. And these are the fountain pen inks that I have. China ink and Winsor Newton gold ink. And these two did very well. And then I have the J. Herbin scented inks. They actually smell pretty nice. But they are not light fast. And indeed, this violet is the only color that like disappeared completely. There's not even a hint of color there. Oh, good to know, Ian. I will take a look at those pencils. Oh, wow. Oh, thanks, Ian, for the tip. Or for the hint. I'm not sure. But thank you. Yeah. So inks didn't do great in this test. Even this one, the Parker Quink, is supposed to be light fast. And it's not. It's, you probably can see it on camera. It's not black anymore, but it's a dark brown. Whereas here it's just a black ink. It also doesn't have a black undertone when you write with it. There's no orange pencil. Oh no. Yet. Yeah, I hope there will be an orange one, Paolo. Yeah, I think this is the test that I've made so far, and I think I will end the stream. Have you any questions about the tests or the results or anything? More 36 more colors. What Mission Gold palette do you have, Artie? I thought about getting them, but I wasn't sure. And they have like different palettes and different sets, where they also have like the pure pigment set and the other one and some smaller sets. It's just so much to choose from. Are you talking about the Derwent pencils, Paolo? Oh, but 36 of how many? Like, how many are there in total? If it's 36 of out of 36, it's quite bad. But if it's like 36 out of 200, it's, well, kind of okay. Yeah, Archie, I have thought about the pure pigments too, but they are so pricey here. $72. Yeah, 36 out of 72 is quite a lot to fail the Lightfastness test. If Lightfastness is the thing that um, is the thing that the pencils are supposed to be good at. But when they're working on them, it might yeah, 50%. But when they're working on the Lightfastness, it might get better when they're reformulating it. I think that 72 is like the perfect number of pencils to have. I first I thought it would be too much, but actually I too work with colored pencils quite a lot. And for me, I really use like the tones between the tones to shade properly and stuff. Oh, that's a great suggestion, Artie. I will do that. Because I have looked on Amazon and they were like so pricey there. But I also will test the pencils that I have. I don't have many pencils to be like I have 172 pencil set, but I don't have different brands of pencils. So if you want to join in the Lightfastness test and test out your supplies, I would love to see that. And I will do some swatches now and put them up on the window. Archie, I think we all are. Because you can't just throw out money. It would be crazy. I totally get that. Yeah, Paolo, I don't think too that Caran d'Ache has maximum light fastness. I don't think, not even Faber-Castell, I think. So, I know we're discussing now the light fastness in pencils, but I still would end the stream now, I think. I hope we can talk about it in the next stream when I'm showing the light fastness results, but it will be like in some months. The next stream I will paint again, I think. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for your company, and you will... It's okay, Paolo, don't apologize, it's okay. Thank you for your company. I really appreciate it, and in a day or two you will see the results and all of those swatches scanned in on my blog. Have a great day. Bye.